What's going much, but it's much for Eastman here, back with another episode of my thoughts on. And last time I did my thoughts on 2017, which, well, I didn't know. I don't think it was a good one actually, but I'm gonna do something positive and do like a subject that I normally do on my channel, and that is first-person shooters, the old school stuff, the Dooms, the Quakes, the Wolfensteins, the Duke Nukem 3Ds, and all the other stuff in that. So talking about my experience with first-person shooters, my very first one. First-person shooters to me are basically just the only genre I normally go to in that. Like I really like first-person shooters to me are just like the only that's like one of the genres I actually like enjoy playing in there. And most of the modern ones not really, but it's mostly like the old school ones, like the old. Especially like I like more old school like heavy metal better than the modern shit in there. But the modern stuff is quite good in that. But I just prefer to listen to the old school ones. So that's why that's main reasons why I like playing old school FPS games in that. And my experience with first person shooters were just basically just me being being a stupid kid and playing the. I was playing back then. I was playing Call of Duty and Battlefield. So I went to my first experience when I was going to my friend's house. Shannon, he introduced me to the Call of Duty series and Battlefield. Cause he had Call of Duty 2 and he had like Halo. He had Battlefield 1942 and those old games and that. And that was like the I wasn't even like interested. I did play a bit of Call of Duty 2. I was trying to. He let me play like, online and that, but no one plays Call of Duty 2 online these days now. So that was probably it. I just watched them play it in that. But first person shooters to me, I wasn't. But I only played it first person shooters like the old school ones. Like it was actually my dad that introduced me to like Doom and that, and it was basically just Minecraft. Because my dad thought Minecraft reminded him of Doom and that, and I was just like I was like going, man, what's Doom in there? I was like, no, it's like a word in that, but I googled it up, and Doom was a game in that, and then I actually like played a Flash version, like it's like the one by Newgrounds in there, like a flat. It's like it was Flash Doom in there, and it was like the first episode in there, and I played it like I played it in the school computers and that when I was in into media, and I was playing it on the same. I think I was playing in 2013, which when it was the game was turning 20 years old in that. So that was a weird coincidence. So I played through like half of it. I didn't really finish it, but I didn't finish the first episode until I got my first tablet, which was at school in there. My parents had to require us tablet in there. I still got it, but it's actually cracked. It needs to get fixed in that. And when I actually like got my tablet, I immediately got Doom on it. And funny enough, I actually found like there was like an old app in there, which I think it was it's no longer exists anymore because it got taken down, something like that. But it was the first episode in that, like the first episode in there, and I actually finished it. I finished it multiple times in there, and then somewhere around mid 2015, I got Doom 3 the BFG edition on P, and that was on P, and that was on PS and that was on PS3 in there, and I played the old school dev in there, and then I think when I saw my tablet in there, I was actually recorded like the first episode of Doom actually. Yeah, I did Doom in that, and that was like the and I did the first series I did Doom on was I was, actually no, it was like my tablet in there. I was recording it like I used to do my in the old days before I like Bandicam, and now I had to I had to have like a camera in there like on like the screen in there, and it was really blurry. It was really like an awful way to do recording that. But now since I got Bandicam and that and OBS, it sounds much better now than it used to and that. So that was, but that's just Doom, and I'll tell you more about the story when I do like an episode on Doom and that. But first person shooters in general, that's when I got into it. Then I googled Wolfenstein and Duke Nukem, and then that's when I decided to play the more of the obscure ones like Blood and all the other ones that no one remembers in there. Like I got into those ones, and that's where I got into FPS games, and that's when I do it on my channel now. But and basically, the reason why I like first person shooters is that it's like the way I like to play like old arcade games, and I like it doesn't like have like it's back in the day before all the modern stuff. You get to like shoot stuff in there, like you have multiple weapons. You have you can go around. It's really fast. Well for 90 standards, and there's like you can actually go through like level to level instead of like going for like one small step. It's There's no stealth missions because I hated those stealth missions in that. But still, old school first person shooters are coming. They're actually getting back since Doom 2016, and now the new Dusk, which is coming out. I think it's gonna be an open. I think it's gonna be an early access. Which I know some of you guys are disappointed in that. I already did like. And if you guys remember, it's on this side. Oh wait. No, it's on this side. If you're watching the video, it's actually, if you go for the I think you can see my first episode. That was on the first episode, and that if the full game, when the full game does come out, like out of early access and that, I will actually do a let's play in that somewhere in the near future. So, there's also like my other one, like Over the Evil, which is made by a New Zealand developer. That's also coming soon as well. But I'm trying to contact Dave Osami, or I don't know, is that how you pronounce his name? But that's I'm gonna try contact him to see if I can get the game in there. So wait for that to happen. And to me, first person shooters are just like a hobby to me, and that's what I play it like on my channel. I play it in my spare time in there, like it's just old school. But the modern ones, I'm not really like the Call of Duties in there. I already did a video right here. If you want to see that was my previous thoughts video in there, and man, that video got I don't know, got mixed people. People said it's not that bad in there. It's not that bad because it's just the Activision in there, and Call of Duty used to be good in there. And I actually pirate on my old computer, which is now being broken and need to get fixed in there. I actually pirated Call of Duty 1 and 2, and 1 actually runs quite good, but the second one runs like garbage on my computer in there. And I just stopped playing because it was kind of boring. But I think the new one actually has the new one is kind of like but the new Call of Duty World War is having bringing back the old school Call of Duty in there. But even the earlier ones with a fixed health thing, there wasn't there wasn't that much stealth missions in there. But it was still generic. It was boring. After that I just stopped playing and started playing Doom next. And I need to just get rid of that thing in there. So get rid of the thoughts in that. So that's how so that's why I don't like Call of Duty, because it's just bland. It's boring. It gets released every year. If they just don't. If Call of Duty was like Doom and they don't release it every day, maybe every 4 or 5 or how I don't know how long it's been between Doom 3 and 2 and the new Doom. Yeah, it's been, God, that's what I like about Doom. It doesn't, or the other old school FPS games. Except for Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein is just, God. I have played a little bit of the new Colossus, and it's just it's like the New Order, which I never actually enjoyed. The New Order, I borrowed it on someone's PS4 and that, and I was never interested. It was also stuck on the first level. Actually, I kept on getting shot in there by Nazis in there, and I didn't know what to do. Yeah, so that's basically my experience with first person shooters. The other, I could talk about how I discovered other ones in there, Wolfenstein, Quake, and the other Duke Nukem in there. But I'm gonna hold that on for other future my thoughts on videos in there. Maybe. Because maybe I'll just do that when a new game comes out. I remember I'm gonna do one on Quake soon, because Quake Champions is now it was released last year, but it's gone having tractions in this year and that. So this year's gonna be when it gets released and that. And so I'll do a full episode on Quake, not the other ones in there, which I'm currently doing Quake 2 gameplay on in there. So that'll be in the description below as well. And that's probably it. To my thoughts on the future of first person shooters, it's gonna be, well, if we have more games like Dusk and Edmund, is that how you pronounce it? Edmund Evil and that, then these things is gonna be Dusk is gonna be has the same if it does release good, have if most of the popular YouTube let's players Markiplier or Jackson Sky, if they play it, it might be, I don't know, it might be the next Undertale in that. So I'm just happy. I'm just excited for Dusk, excited for the other one, which is made by a New Zealand developer. And if these are successful, there's gonna be more to follow, and then soon enough, I'm pretty sure they might cancel the Call of Duty series or the Halo series in that. So So I'm pretty sure the future of FPS is not like, it's not gonna be like back to its roots, or it's gonna be like garbage like today. I'm just quite skeptical in that. But you don't know about the future. In 2018, we had like a few other releases. I believe there's gonna be a DLC for Doom's gonna be coming out this year as well. Oh yeah, also about like VR and that, like also about like the trainings of like FPS games in general. Like they have like even back in the day, like the Marines were actually like, most of the most of the first person shooters are being like used for like the military and navy and that. Some good thing. So it's good that first person shooters like now not part of like gaming, but it's also like training in that, which is pretty good. So I'm hoping that will happen in the future. I'm pretty sure in the future, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in a first person shooter. Like it's not gonna be like in a controller or a mouse and keyboard. It's gonna be like in VR and there. And I'll talk about VR in a future episode. Maybe if I have like maybe if I do like have like an actual VR set, like maybe I might get like save up for a PlayStation VR and that, because that's still being supported in there, and that's the cheapest option for VR at the moment, because the other one is kind of expensive, and I need a powerful computer in that to run it in that, and I'm thinking about buying like a laptop in there, or a secondhand a gaming PC in there, but I'm not gonna cause I'm not a billionaire, everyone, and that's probably it, man. That's probably like against. So that's probably enough for my thoughts on thoughts on FPS games, basically in general on that. I don't know if it's my thoughts, but just me like discussing in there. So anyway, much for in here. Please comment, like, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.